Hi, I'm Daniel Edwards, a licensed marital and family therapist, and I want to talk to you today about what happens in an argument that I found a lot of couples feel like this happened, and for me and my wife, this is what we did all the time. And it's in an argument, what we often will do is we're going back and forth. We're not listening to the other person. We're thinking about what we're going to say next. And so often what happens is someone will say something hurtful. If it was my wife said something that was hurtful to me, or I took it as hurtful, I would grab it out of the air and I would put it in my box. And then finishing the argument, we would sweep everything under the rug, never really resolve anything. The next argument to come up, we'd be talking, and I'd open up my box, I'd grab it out, and I'd throw it in her face. Oh yeah, well what about this? You said this, you did that, right? And we both did this. It wasn't like it was just me or just her. Like it was, both of us were doing this kind of thing. And that's what I've seen with couples. They both do these kind of back and forth. How hurtful is that? It's extremely hurtful. It's extremely harmful to the relationship. It doesn't make anybody feel any better. It doesn't truly make you feel like, haha, I won this one. Like it doesn't do any good for you. What can we do different? Well, when we start listening and understanding and trying to hear the other person's perspective, not only hear it or understand it, but actually feel it and listen to it. It was an amazing thing when I saw this happen with my wife and I. And it was a random time. So let me back up a little bit and give you a little background. My wife and I decided that we needed to start doing things differently. And so we wanted to stop focusing on the arguments and fighting and feeling like both of us were not heard or not appreciated or insignificant. And we were tired of walking on eggshells. And so what did we want to do? We wanted to change all of that. Well, we remember that when we first got together, our friendship was extremely strong. And we hadn't really invested in our friendship very much. And we knew that we have to listen to one another. But not just listen. I needed to understand my wife's perspective and point of view, and she needed to understand my perspective and my point of view. So we started doing things to really build those tenets, those foundational pieces of friendship, of listening to one another, of being respectful to one another, of being kind to one another, and really understanding the other person's perspective, right? And then, like, we've been working on this. One day, we're taking a drive, we're driving, and it was out of the blue. We weren't even talking about past arguments or anything like that. We were just having a lovely conversation, just about nothing. And it was like she reached across, like in my head, this is the picture I see. She reaches across, opens up my box, grabs something out of my box, and it's like she's holding it in her hand, one of the hurts that she had caused, and goes, I am so sorry I did this. I can't believe that my actions made you feel like this and like this. Like she went all the way around this incident, right? And really talked about how she understood from my perspective, not in the language of I understand, but by the way she was communicating how I probably felt in that. And apologized, a genuine apology. And it was like I grabbed it out of her hand and I threw it out the window. And it's been gone. Like normally we've been good about like reaching in our box and throwing it in each other's face. And it didn't happen. It hasn't happened. We can't, like when this kind of a thing happens, it gets rid of it completely. And I've done the same thing for my wife. I'll reach into her box and grab it and talk about how I can't believe I was that mean or that rude or what I did to her. And then she grabs it and throws it away. I want to challenge you to really start working on your friendship. If you are a couple that's struggling to communicate, I have tips, I have other tricks, I have a hand-holding exercise that I use. Let's really start working on repairing that friendship, rebuilding the connection that you once had, and help you get back to the relationship that you really want. I want you to find the relationship that you desire because it's important to me that you understand you don't have to suffer in the relationship. Y'all can make your relationship whatever you want. I truly believe that. If this helped you or you know someone else that this video may help, please go ahead and like, share, and follow. If you need more help, go to danieledwardscounseling.com and let's connect.